The scripture presents the profound declaration. The Lord said to my Lord. The Jews comprehended this, but many still struggle with the revelation that Jesus is, in fact, God. To them, the Son of God shares the same divine nature and essence as God Himself, and is no mere mortal. Matthew 22:42-46. What do you think about the Christ? Whose son is He? They said to Him, a son of David. He said to them, how then does David in the Spirit call Him Lord? Saying, the Lord said to my Lord, sit at my right hand till I make your enemies your footstool. If David then calls Him Lord, how is He His son? And no one was able to answer Him a word, nor from that day on did anyone dare question Him anymore. The discussion here revolves around the paradox that David, who refers to Christ as his son, also calls Him Lord. In Jewish culture, it would be unheard of for a father to address his son as Lord. Yet the scriptures reveal that Christ is indeed the Lord of David. Jesus shed light on this mystery, explaining that before His earthly incarnation, He existed as the Word in heaven. And upon His return to heaven, He would be exalted to the position He had before His earthly mission. To be the Son of God implies that Jesus possesses the same divine nature, representing God's image, pure and without deceit. This truth is central to the salvation we inherit. The prophets prophesied His coming, and when He arrived, He was highly exalted and given a name above all names. Exalting Jesus is crucial, but it doesn't imply that performs miracles solely because of this exaltation. If He were exalted merely for performing wonders, His death and resurrection would be meaningless. Rather, His exaltation was necessary for our sake, opening a new way for us to ascend to God. Hebrews 10:18-19. Now where there is remission of these, there is no longer an offering for sin. Therefore, brethren, having boldness to enter the holiest by the blood of Jesus, by a new and living way which He consecrated for us through the veil that is His flesh. The holiest of all is where God's true life resides. As revealed through the tabernacle Moses built, God desired to dwell among His people, and the tabernacle was a symbol of His presence. The tabernacle was divided into 3 sections: the outer court, the holy place, and the holiest of all. It was in the holiest of all where God's glory, His Shekinah, was revealed. At the time, only the high priest could enter the holiest of all, and even then, only once a year, and only with a blood sacrifice. This system, as outlined by God, allowed His people to come close to Him. The earthly tabernacle foreshadowed the spiritual path established by Jesus, who now opens the way for us to approach God. Psalms 104. Make a joyful shout to the Lord, all you lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before His presence with singing. Know that the Lord, He is God. It is He who has made us, and not we ourselves. We are His people, and the sheep of His pasture. Enter into His gates with thanksgiving, and into His courts with praise. Be thankful to Him, and bless His name. The tabernacle revealed the name of God, which was also embodied in the life of Jesus. What God had initiated in the Old Testament as a shadow of things to come, He fulfilled in Jesus, who raised the tabernacle from the earthly realm to the heavens. God dwells in the holiest of all, where His true life and face are found. This is the place where His glory resides, and no one before Jesus has ever walked that path. As a veil separated the holy from the most holy in the Old Testament, the veil marked the boundary between where people could go and where God's presence was. Only the high priest had the privilege to cross this veil, but only after making a sacrifice for the people